Are cartoons good for children? Have you ever wondered what cartoons are really doing to our children? We see them laugh, get glued to the screen, and even mimic their favorite characters. It feels harmless, right? But what if, behind the fun and amusement, there's a deeper influence shaping their minds and values, sometimes in ways we don't notice at all? Today, let's uncover the hidden world of cartoons, their origin, their impact, and how they silently influence the way our children grow, think, and dream. The origin of cartoons. In the past, parents and grandparents used to tell bedtime stories. Stories from the Bible, the Ramayana, or the Mahabharata. These weren't just entertainment, they carried wisdom, morals, and inspiration. But with modernization and colonization, these scriptural characters were repackaged. They became commercial products, animated, marketed, and sold as cartoons. 2. The characters and hidden patterns. Look closely at most cartoons. You'll often see two kinds of characters: fair, strong, brave, and virtuous. Dark, weak, frightened, and wicked. This subtle pattern can unconsciously make children associate fairness with goodness and darkness with weakness. Over time, it can shape a child's self-image, creating either a superiority complex or an inferiority complex. 3. The psychological impact. When children overconsume cartoons and comics, their minds replace natural moral values with cartoon idols: Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, or even Peppa Pig. Their creativity, especially the right brain, risks becoming passive instead of productive. This is the principle of association. Whatever they see repeatedly, they begin to internalize. 4. The dangers of overexposure. Studies and observations show that too much exposure to cartoons may encourage violence, promote unruly behavior and lack of empathy, introduce foul language, encourage antisocial attitudes, lead to health issues from a sedentary lifestyle, create bad role models. 5. The alternative. Stories rooted in culture. But there's hope. When children are exposed to stories in their own mother tongue, tied to their faith, tradition, and culture, they grow up with self-confidence, self-reliance, pride, and inner strength. These stories don't just entertain, they nurture. In Indian tradition, there is a profound saying: Lokam Anamanu, the world is food. Here, food isn't just what we eat. What we see is food for the eyes. What we hear is food for the ears. What we smell is food for the nose. What we touch is food for the skin. What we taste is food for the tongue. Just as the body needs a balanced diet, our 5 senses, panchendriyas, need a balanced diet too. If children are constantly fed unhealthy food for their senses in the form of violent or shallow entertainment, their inner world will reflect it. On the other hand, stories rooted in tradition, culture, and faith feed children's minds with self-confidence, pride, self-will, and happiness. So are cartoons good for children? The answer depends on what we allow them to watch. Some content can be lighthearted fun, but unchecked exposure can silently reshape their values and behavior. Remember, what our children see and hear can make them or break them. As parents, educators, and guardians, our role is not to ban cartoons completely, but to be selective and mindful. To give them stories and experiences that feed both their imagination and their character. Because in the end, childhood is not just about laughter. It's about laying the foundation for the adults they will become. What do you think? Do cartoons help children grow, or do they trap them in hidden influences? Share your thoughts in the comments below.